Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. We're live on S3. And it's time to just kind of tap into something called upcycling of tech. I know. But did you know that you can upcycle your tech once something is broken? In this Upcycle Awareness Day, we want to show you that you don't need to simply throw something away. It actually can be reused. And this is beautiful. And that's why we have the perfect person to chat about it, Grant. He's here to help us. And he knows exactly what to do with upcycled stuff. You do. You do.
I do, but it's like I'm the perfect person to don't throw your stuff away.
No, but, but you're always exposed to different tech. You're always upgrading your devices. And I think a lot of people... Let's first just establish the difference between recycling and upcycling.
Yes, so upcycling means that you take an existing piece of technology and then you reuse it in a different capacity. It becomes valuable in a different way than what it was inherently at the beginning.
So give me an example of upcycling.
So an example that we're going to talk about a little bit later on is taking, if you have an old notebook, the different components in your notebook, and those different components can be different things if you dismantle it and know what you're doing with it.
Okay.
Or the same with your phone. Your phone can be something that's not necessarily a phone. It's got accelerometers, it's got cameras, it's got light sensors.
Accelerometers.
Well, I was just thinking like upgrading my toaster to like sideways and I can store stuff in.
Yeah, it's a nice
what upcycling for me was.
That sounds like a terrible... Do not plug that in.
No, I won't plug it in.
Cut the cable.
But I would use it for storage. And then if I need something, it pops out.
And how many people upcycle their microwaves as like mirrors in the kitchen, like just to check themselves out?
That's the purpose of my microwave.
Well, so there are a couple of things that you can do. Other than using your mirror, do not use your microwave as a mirror. You know, like, there's still radio waves if you get close to it.
Okay,
That's why it's got like an enclosure. Don't put your face up to a microwave. Anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about is Samsung actually have this really cool program where you can upcycle your older phones into different objects that, like I was saying, because it uses all that different technology. One of them is a baby monitor.
Ooh.
Because, there's cameras and there's speaker systems, microphone systems. So you download an app and you can literally convert an older device into a baby monitor that you leave in your house, and then you'll have another app on another device that will detect or will be activated and get notifications from that separate device. There's also a light sensor one, so if you say your dog walks into the lounge and your dog needs to switch on the smart lights, then then the sensors on the phone will be able to detect that, and you just mount that phone in that room.
I love technology. Like, for all these things, it's incredible how it just makes life easier.
It does.
It does. And if you get creative and you think out of the box a little bit, then you can see some cool stuff. So one of the other things you can do if you've got an old notebook, a lot of people love this stuff, and there are tons of YouTube videos, so you can work out how to do this yourself if you're a tech savvy.
Okay.
But you can turn your an old monitor or an old notebook screen into a smart mirror.
Ooh.
So instead of
I knew she was going to go, oh, I had a feeling. You were like,
well,
oh.
it's better than a microwave.
Yes,
you don't use a microwave as a mirror.
My microwave is shiny.
So you can turn it into a smart mirror. So you can mount a screen, a monitor that's powered, that is sitting in a part of the room that will display your what the weather is that day, or any like news, which is really cool. Then you can also, one of the other things you can do is you can make like a light box with an old screen, because it's got old panels. So you can use the light box and then be able to draw on it. Which is also sick. Also, old laptops have speaker systems in them. So if you can also dismantle that speaker array and then convert that, and if you've got some design savvy, put some mesh over or whatever, and create your own speaker system from home.
Your own surround sound.
Or like
so cool,
mount the
man.
speakers underneath your desk so that they're hidden. There's just so much that you can do.
Have you upcycled any of your old tech?
So I have upcycled some old phones. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is that I do a lot of home broadcasting. So I broadcast on Twitch and play video games. Is that I've created like a roaming camera around the house. So part of my broadcast is if I'm busy playing a game, you've seen a lot of people play video games on Twitch or whatever, I can get up and go make coffee, and then I'll just bring the audience with me. I'll just grab a camera, swap that, and then walk to the lounge, or walk to the kitchen, and start making coffee and just chat to the audience. So the show must go on.
Even when you make a cup of coffee.
We should totally do that in studio over here, because the
Take
stuff
a
that
camera
happens
guy
behind
with
the
us.
scenes, people need to see.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to.
It's
crazy.
wild.
It really is, but it's also cool because I think this speaks to what you were chatting about earlier with regard to asking the questions, are things like sustainable? Are they going to last forever? And I mean, there are a lot of plastics in these, technology. So if we're upcycling them, surely that plastic's not going to get thrown away and put into a pile.
And here's my thing, you own that stuff already.
Yeah.
Right? And like, it's stuff that we are often encouraged to throw away. I think the tech industry is very notorious for this.
Yes.
We have to upgrade our devices all the time. We need the new technology. We've got all this surplus of old tech, but that stuff isn't not useful. You can make desk lamps out of existing tech.
Oh, that is
you can still use it. You just got to be savvy and creative, and it's always a YouTube video away.
So, should I make a YouTube video about my old toaster?
Yes,
Storage
totally.
compartment.
Let's do
Use it for a couple of months first and see how it goes.
That's fine. I mean, it's the only way. If you have really hot documents, put it in your... No, I'm just kidding. But what I will say is that I love it, and I think it's great. As Grant said, you own the stuff already. Don't throw it away. Upcycle.